Starting in early June this year, the beaches of Southern California have found an abundance of sea lions, washing up either dead or sick in record numbers.
Yeah, right off the coast of Central and Southern California, we have what's called a bloom of a specific kind of algae. The algae's name is Pseudonychia, and the type of toxin it produces when it blooms is called domoic acid.
The Marine Mammal Center says the acid comes from a large algal bloom out of the Pacific Ocean. The toxin builds up into the food chain, eventually affecting animals like sea lions, dolphins, and seabirds. The center is urging the public to stay away from all marine mammals that show lethargy, seizures, or unusual behavior on the beach during this domoic acid event.
So our treatment is to try to control seizure activity, and we use standard epileptic drugs that have been used in human medicine and small animal veterinary care for decades. The toxin is water soluble, so that we do hope that by keeping them hydrated, it'll help them clear the toxin on their own.
The center received about 14 animals in June, but numbers have went upwards to 60. Many of the nonprofit's partners along the coast are also dealing with full capacity. The Los Angeles-based Marine Mammal Center is rescuing and caring for animals sickened by the toxic algae, but is overwhelmed, according to John Warner, the organization's CEO.
Many of the animals aren't washing up and might die and sink to the bottom of the ocean floor. So it's impossible to know the full extent. What we do know is that this is a severe event at the moment. We have documented thousands of dolphins and sea lions stranding and or washing up dead in Southern California.
Although a natural occurrence, the chief operations says the bloom has happened more frequent due to changes in the environment.
We have added more nutrients into our water through urban runoff, agricultural runoff. We've shifted the ecosystem in a way that seems to be favoring these harmful algal blooms to happen off our coast. They're starting to happen with more frequency and perhaps even more intensity.
Warner said this mother and pup may take another 30 to 60 days for recovery after being brought in recently.
So this one has been marked already. One of our rescuers has seen it and has marked the back. So we already know about her and she's just hanging out.
This toxin, according to marine biologists, can affect people through seafood consumption.
Domoic acid, the toxin associated with this algae, can be harmful to people, but it's through ingestion of seafood, predominantly clams and mussels, other kinds of shellfish that have also consumed this algae. So there are there are closures for shellfish harvesting that you can look to your California Department of Public Health to be able to let you know if the shellfish is closed for that region that you might be interested in collecting.
The center is preparing to rescue the animals for rehab for a few more weeks or longer. It recommends beachgoers to be aware of sea lions with unusual side-to-side head movements and or with their head extended back for fixed periods of time. People can report injured and ill marine mammals by contacting info@marinemammalcare.org or 1-800-39-WHALE. David Lamb, NTD News, California.